Hello, Royton up guys. This is Sean here, just to give you uh, basically a little update on arcade. So, guys, I've done a few tests in the past. Some of you guys have tried out Royton Epic with the arcade section. Even with the current build, it is still capable of the arcade. It's still there, built in. However, the ROMs aren't there. And that's just due to because the online issues or the upload issues that I get with Easy Cody's setup, which that developer is fully aware of. But obviously, we need to try and figure out why it's not going up. So he knows he's got the files that I use that are different for the ROMs included in there. So I'm just looking for something that's a little bit different. Not as pretty as if that's the right word to use, with the graphics, the screenshots and the fan arts and stuff like that come up with a nice little pretty view. But this is a nice little workaround which I'm going to be working on for the next week or two when I find time throughout work, of course, and stuff like that. So as you can see, I've just got a standard Neonox skin. Not really done much to it. I've just got this up just to play around and try and get the best for it. So as you can see, arcade. I've got arcade here, and the submenus I've got Master System. And I've got a little thing that says download with an arrow. That download is just an idea. That's just there. That won't do anything. Just means that you need the download stuff are to the right hand side. So for this instance, it is Master System, just as a test. I've got Master System EMU, so that's the download for the emulator for the Master System, and I've got download for the Master System ROMs. So as you know before, you had to download it. I had to give you a link for the ROMs and where to put the ROMs on here. But this will obviously do it for you and do it straight onto your box, your phone, or whatever device that you may well be using. So at the moment, this will be for Android only at this moment in time. So let's just have a look. So guys, this is something that you may have to do. Again, this process may change at a later date, but let's see what we need to do. So it's under arcades. So I want to download first. I'm going to treat this as my first use. I've already downloaded these. So let's take this. But also what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume down for some of this, because actually I'll turn it completely off. That'll probably be better, so you don't get any silly arcade noise over me that's over my voice. So let's start with the emulator. So with the emulator, what that'll do is that should in a second ask me to download the emulator. So downloads, ask me to install. Okay, so it's telling me, obviously because of my Android, it's going to tell me to select security. Okay, so one thing is I find that when I'm recording, it doesn't allow me to install it. I think that may well be to do to security aspects. But don't worry, I've already downloaded it prior to this, so I'll cancel it. So we'll just pretend we've downloaded it. So let's download the ROMs. So I clicked on Master System ROMs. I'm just waiting for Krypton just to load it, and it's doing it now. So just giving an insight. So when I was playing around with this yesterday, I was using what I used obviously for the emulators and that and stuff like that is like, what was I playing last night? I was playing Diablo, and then that was PS1. So it has capability of playing PlayStation 1s, potentially probably PlayStation 2s, Game Boy Advance, and that I'll show you that shortly as well. But the main idea is just show you what I'm doing. Okay, so once it's downloaded, tell you where the ROMs have actually downloaded to. So as standard, it's in your download folder. You download anything, it goes to the download folder, and also creates a folder for ROMs. So any future when we do this and you download the ROMs, it automatically put into a folder. And it's a good thing to know that, because if you worry about storage, you want to remove things, or you don't play much, say SNES or Mega Drive or whatever games, you download try, you can then know where to remove them, just to save you for storage on there. Okay, so let me just press OK. The ROMs are downloaded. So in VD we've installed the Master System emulator. We've also downloaded the ROMs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the where it says Master System before it says download. That should, or it will, load up the emulator. So let's click. Obviously the main thing you want to do is you want to load your game. So as you can see, it's automatically on Action Fighter. That's because I have tested this out. So let me just keep going back to the main folder. So depending on your device, I'm not too sure, but it may go further back. Depends on if you have what's the look if your device is rooted. This is just a phone, an S7 Edge, which is not rooted, so I can't go further back. But just in case if it does, you want to make sure you go to the right storage. Yeah. So let me just go back to where it was. So let's go to download folder. It's handy because it's alphabetical order. So let's go download. So you go to your ROMs because that's what it's created. And for this instance, I'm going to Master System because that's what we're playing. And it gives you a list of your games. Yeah. I'm just going to click any. Home Alone, that'll do. And the game starts. So remember, turn this down because the noise can be horrific at times. Well, not say horrific, it's the wrong word to use, but you probably won't be able to hear what I'm saying. Okay. So I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to let you guys just see, obviously, it running. And while it's loading, you can see the control pad and the buttons. You can add joypads, likes of, let me just think the joypads that you could use. It's like PS3 controllers. But it all depends on what you're using. So PS3, Android controllers, and you can remove this, what you want to call it, you can remove this info, these buttons off the screen. Depends what you want to do. So I'm going to come out of this. So it gives you a bit, obviously more insight, obviously what can be done. Okay, so I'm just going to go and find out apps on this. Let's go to programs. I'm going to show you what I'm using. So this is Wolfpack. It's a Wolfpack wizard. There's all other things. So you can install add-ons, builds, maintenance stuff, APK installer, and so on and so forth. It does its own IPTV stuff like that as well. But anyway, the main thing is going to do. So I got it from Retro Gaming Zone. Just gives you a nice little insight. So it has emulators and ROM pack. So on the emulator side, this gives you a list of emulators. There's loads. So you've got PS2 emulators, you've got PS1s, you've got N64, and so on and so forth. That's a classic boy. Your classic games, all your classic, obviously, consoles. So there's loads of stuff there, that you can play with. So the idea is I'm not going to put PS1 games on there because, to be honest with you, the files are huge just for one game. Because, depending on, obviously, the storage of your box, if you got a nice 1632 gigabyte, or, if you want to download these and put them onto memory sticks, there's another option. So if you want something that's a little bit of attachment, so it's going to be downloaded and going to and put them on a USB drive or whatever that may well be, so you can have a full list of, say, PlayStation or other aspects. Anyway, so that's the emulators and ROMs. I'm just going to wait for that just to load up. Got Atari ROMs, Atari Lynx, Capcom, Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear, Sega Mix ROM Pack, SNES, so on and so forth. You got your N64s, PlayStation 1 ROMs. So these are big guys. These are big games. You know, there's quite a few there. But again, these are up to you what you guys end up doing. So again, as I'm not near adding this in because I tend to have to be happy with something. I may up it as a test at some point. But again, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. You're on this sort of aspect, okay? So sometimes it's good. I need to know what emulators work best with one and the other. But again, like, guys, I may never upload it. Depends how happy I am. But the main thing is I've not forgotten because it is something that's truly in my mind. It's where you can play ROMs, play a console for free. It's not very rarely you get that unless you know what you're doing. And this is just to make it easier for you, and then you can enjoy your media box more or your phone more, and things like that. So guys, if you need anything, or unsure, and it doesn't have to be anything about arcade, it could be about the build, something that's not right or something that you'd like to see in the builds, you need to tell me. The build's not come across as only where it is now because of you guys. I've added a 4K section because it was mentioned, that, about the 4K is good, but there's limited choices. So I've scrounged a lot of add-ons and added add-ons. So on the Krypton build, there is a 4K section. Uh, and I will recommend if you are using 4Ks, you need to be fair, you don't really need a 4K TV, just get the better quality aspects. But it's making sure that you've got yourself a reasonable good box that's probably run at 2 gigahertz, maybe a 905, I think the chipsets usually are. What you need, not an 805. So just bear in mind and just pop me a message if you need anything. And you can find us on Facebook at Royton Epic Build. And I will surely answer any questions you guys got. You guys, peace out and enjoy. Thank you.